Hello everyone, it's the TheCanadianWifier here. I feel so bad for just like having a schedule, kind of ish. It was getting there, and then it's all downhill. I think it's more of a. I mean, it's definitely more of a. I need to find time to narrate as opposed to I don't have any content because my desktop is covered in files right now that are upload worthy, let's just say that, whether it be by montage or whether it be by narration. The trouble I was having was montages take quite a bit of work to put together, and that isn't just like a 1 minute throw music on a track kind of thing, and those videos are okay once in a while, but I don't just want to start spamming those kind of videos because they're really not that entertaining. And just in general, I've been kind of swamped this week and finding time to actually sit down and just talk to you guys for 10 minutes and then edit for an hour and upload and blah blah blah. You know the whole uploading thingy. Yeah, I've been having trouble finding time to do that. Anyway, I found some time right now, so this is going to be a battle against Davin. I think I actually uploaded against him not too long ago. This is NU. I know a lot of people were requesting more OU and at least other tiers other than NU. I have a bunch of them on my desktop, but this is what I'm narrating for you today, so sorry. More stuff, more diverse stuff definitely coming in the future though, both by games and by tiers. Anyway, this is an interesting tournament I signed up for in the NU forums called NU Conquest. Basically how it works is everyone who signed up got assigned 3 random mons from the viability rankings. If you don't know what the viability rankings are, basically they're discussions about how viable individual Pokemon are in the current NU meta, and they are ranked by, I believe, the Smash Bros. Ranking system, S to D, S being the best, A, B, C, D, etc. Basically how it works is you're assigned 3 random mons that are actually ranked. My 3 that I got were Linoon, Swellow, and Samurott, which were actually pretty good mons compared to some of the crap other people were getting. And you're only allowed those 3 from the actual ranks, and everything else on your team has to be unranked. The way it works is if you beat somebody, you get to choose one of their mons that you want. If somebody beats you, they get to steal one of your mons. When you run out of actually ranked mons, you are out of the thing. So this is the tournament started like a week ago. This is actually my first battle. Davin wanted my Samurott. He made that very clear. And I looked at his team. He was stacked. He had like he has half the tier to choose from. My team I just kind of threw together. Clang is a really common choice because of how good it is for an E-rank mon. Rest Talk, bulky Clang is incredible. Just shift gear grind, then Rest Talk. Gourgeist Large is actually unranked. Obviously Super and Small are, but Gourgeist Large is unranked, so a lot of people have that. I tried out Hone Edge for the hell of trying it out. Specially Defensive Camerupt is pretty cool. I decided to use it for Stealth Rock. Obviously just Life Orb Samurott with Knockoff, because I figured there'd be a lot of Violet users. And then my Swellow choice seems a little bit out there. You remember back really early on in NU when Boomburst Swellow was all the rave, and I was uploading with it. I'm like, yeah, Boomburst Swellow is so fun. And then it just dropped off of the face of the earth, and no one in their right mind would run Boomburst Swellow. Well, I decided, fuck it, and I'm just gonna run a Boomburst Swellow. So this is modest specs Boomburst with Boomburst and U-turn. Anyway, let's get into this battle. Predicting leads, I'm just going to go with Swellow because it's my fastest mon. U-turn out on his Rampardos, as he's most likely just going to set up Stealth Rock. If he wants to go for some weird move, go to Samurott, because I assume I can take the hit and kill it off. Anyway, now that he's got rocks up, nothing on his team wants to switch into this mon. Take a look at what wants to switch into a Samurott. Absolutely nothing. Regice actually ends up getting crit, does 50%, which is really nice. Obviously I want my rocks up because that's the easiest way to wear down a Regice, but I'll take what I can get. I just go for an Iron Head blindly. Unfortunately, I kind of forget that he has a Tangela, which is really upsetting. Tangela's a really good mon. I think he definitely won that, or he got assigned it. There's no way it's unranked. I'm pretty sure it's ranked pretty high, actually. Anyway, he's going to predict my switch out to my Cargo quite nicely, and double back out into his own thing, and then he goes out into Tangela again as I just decide to stay in, so I'm playing poorly, to say the least. Luckily, he decides to knock off this turn, predicting me to stay in, and I get to finally score those free Stealth Rock that I really wanted. At this point, I'm just going to sack my Cargo, because outside of maybe walling Zangoose for a turn, it's not going to be too useful, and I can just come into Samurott and claim a kill. He is going to sack his Rampardos because Rampardos has done its job. At this point, Regice is not killable within this range with anything I have on my set. Unfortunately, I don't have Superpower. I carry Knockoff, like I said, because of all the Violet users I assume I would have been seeing, considering you have to use E-rank stuff. So I'm going to go with Bulky Clang here. Figure I can at least get off a gear grind to weaken this Regice, or at least kill it, right? Well, he's going to T-Wave me, I get fully parried, and then I miss a gear grind. He is going to hit the Focus Blast. Bulky Clang kind of eats that up. I am going to be able to kill off the Regice, but my Clang is parried and at half health, and it really shouldn't have been. At this point, I don't really need Clang for anything else. It could have kind of used Musharna as setup fodder, and if push comes to shove and I lose to Calm My Mushy, I'll be kicking myself for losing it, but regardless, I get a free switch into Swellow here. He goes to Mushy, thinking it's the physically offensive Swellow. Oh, it isn't burned yet. Easy switch in. No, no, it's a clean to a KO, especially after rocks. He brings in Tangela, thinking he can live a hit. Unfortunately, Boomburst Swellow just gives a big middle finger and says, no. How about Bulky Mag Mortar? No, I can't live either. Zangoose, can you kill this with a quick attack? No, you can't. So Swellow's basically going to come in and prove why it's still a decent mon in the tier, which I found really, really funny. I mean, it's never really gotten worse, because the checks and/or counters haven't really changed. It was used a lot during the Doublade meta, because Doublade was a really hard counter to the Gut set, and if you were Boomburst specs, it was nearly a 2-hit KO on Doublade, and obviously with Scrappy you can hit Doublade. Obviously with that thing leaving, it didn't really need to use the bait set anymore, because what Boomburst Swellow is more used as a bait to lure in like physical walls and kill them with a special attack, and then open the door for something else. I don't actually have something else on my team. I just wanted to use Boomburst Swellow, but it happened to work really well in this game. It's decently fast. Unfortunately, if you choose to run Modest, and I do recommend running Modest if you do use this thing, because it just gives it such a noticeable boost of power. You're sitting at 349 speed, so you're 1 speed below Archeops, and obviously you get us sped by base 115s, base 120s like Sceptile and Sneasel. But regardless, it's still a really fun mod. Definitely give it a chance if you haven't already. I suppose I could leave. No, I'm not gonna leave this team down below in a basement. It's really bad. It's a conquest team. Yeah, that's really all. Go ahead and try out Spec Swellow. It's pretty fun. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Don't expect too many sweeps with it though. It's just all the cards happen to align in this battle. It's just why I wanted to bring it to you for today. Hopefully more consistent stuff coming up. Don't really have anything on my plate in the next few days. That's actually a lie. I have a couple labs too. So I'll see if I can pump out 2 videos by the end of the week / weekend. Definitely expect one. Probably not daily, but we'll see what we can do when we get to the weekend. I will see you guys next time though. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, a rating would be much appreciated, and I hope to see you all that. Take it easy. Have a good day. See you later. Peace out.